A very good morning, students. In our previous session, we have started the Microsoft Excel concepts. I have shown you how to open the Excel document to work with, and we also discussed some of the basic things like the overview of the complete environment of your Excel document, rows and columns, rows with numbers, column with alphabets, and the last row and the last column that also we have seen. And after that, we have created some basic Excel sheets. Like for student marks maintenance, we have created one sheet, and for employee payroll, if in an organization we said that there will be bulk of employees whose salary details needs to be maintained in a proper order. So to maintain those employee details with salaries, we created a worksheet and we call it as employee payroll sheet, isn't it? So these things we discussed in our yesterday's class, and we also started some of the basic formulas, and I have shown you how the autofill option in Excel will work, how it will automatically fill all the what we call cells in your Microsoft Excel document. Okay, till that point we discussed filling the filling the cells with a common value or filling a cell with a series of values. Okay, those things we discussed, and in today's class we will be covering the basic formulas. Okay, what type of different formulas we have in Excel and how to use those formulas in your Excel document. That we will see in today's class, hopefully. Okay, and we have also seen what we call formatting the text, how we can format the text, like applying the different fonts on a text on a cell, and making it bold, italic, underlined. Okay, then we have also seen how we can align the text within a cell. The alignment, it can be centered, left justified, right justified, that also we have seen. And wrapping up of the text, how we can wrap the text so that it will be displayed within the cell only. Because if you are writing a line of text, at some point what will happen, it will cross that cell, isn't it? If you write the line of text, at some point it will cross the cell, and if you want that complete text to be displayed within the cell, we have to wrap the text. Okay, wrapping up of text also, wrapping option also we have seen. And merging multiple cells together, merging more than one cell together, that also we have seen. Okay, simply we have to select whatever cells you want to merge, and we have the option of merging inside the ribbon, isn't it? Inside home tab, ribbon, then there you will find this merge option. Simply click on that, it will automatically merge the given cells, the selected cells, into a single cell. Okay, all these options we discussed in our previous class, and in today's class we'll be discussing the formulas. Basically this thing, autofill option already we discussed. So now we have to see what are references, and what finding the sum, finding average, finding percentage, count, and count A. Okay, these things we discuss in today's session, and with that we'll conclude our session, hopefully. So quickly, in order to do so, what I will do is I will open my yesterday's Excel document only. Whatever document I have created yesterday, that same document I will open, and will do these things on our Excel document. So to open that Excel document, first of all I have to go to Excel only. So how can I? Simply select Windows R, it will open your run window. Windows followed by R key. Press and hold the Windows key and press the R key. Okay, if you want to see that how I am doing, I will take the help of my virtual keyboard or on-screen keyboard. Okay, I will take the help of on-screen keyboard to show the keys to you. See, this is my Windows key and this is R key. So when I'm trying to open this run window, what I have to do, as you can see, I'm pressing and holding this window key. So press and hold the Windows key and press R key also together. Press R key together. Press and hold the Windows key and press the R key together. It will open your run window. Okay, once the run window is opened, here what you have to do, you have to type Excel. What you have to type? You have to type Excel and select the OK. So this will open your Excel, Microsoft Excel. And once the Excel is opened, so as I said, I want to open the recently created document, that is Bridge Course Worksheet. We have given the name like Bridge Course Worksheet. That document I want to open. So simply go to File, select Open, and go to that location and select that Bridge Course Worksheet document, whatever document you have created. So this will open that document, that saved document. So this is my saved document, and we have discussed the autofill feature, isn't it? We have filled these columns automatically. So if you have like this, what I have to do, go to that cell and take the reference of this cell and drag it like this. So you have to wait until and unless this cursor symbol will change to plus. So generally the cursor symbol will be like this, and you have to go and you have to wait like, okay, so that the cursor will change its shape. Okay, once the cursor is changed its shape, click, hold and drag. Click, hold and drag. So like this, it will fill the entire column with the suitable IDs. So here also, to fill up this, what we call series of serial number, just select this one, go here, hold, click and hold, drag. Yeah, here it will give all ones only. It will try to copy, because here we have mixture of alphabets as well as numericals. It will consider that we want to go with series only, but here it will consider copy. So simply click on this and fill series. Fill series will fill the 1 2 3 4 5 like that. Not only this much, you can have any number in your Excel worksheet. Okay, so these are the things. So let us start with discussing this. Okay, I will go to the PPT. So references, we have to discuss references. This is very much important concept. Relative, absolute and multi-sheet references. Okay, so what is relative reference, what is absolute reference, what is multi-sheet reference? Reference is very simple. So to explain that one, I am taking this example. Suppose I have this cell. This is C24, isn't it? The cell name is C24. The active cell name is, you can check in name box. The active cell name is C24. So here I have one value, like say 24. What value I have? I have 24 in that particular cell. So now, whatever value I want to take inside this E27, I want to make a reference of this one. I want to make a reference of this one. So how can I? Whenever you are taking the reference, we use the equals to operator. Equals to operator. Whenever we are taking the reference, we have to use equals to operator. So that here we will put equals to. So of which cell reference? Suppose I want, yeah, before taking this, yeah, 24 multiply with 3 times. 24 multiply with 3 times, how much it is? So it will be like 72, right? It will be like 72. So that multiplication I want to perform on this cell. Okay, that multiplication I want to perform on this cell, and I want to store the result in this one. I want to store the result in this particular cell. So over here, let us say like this. I want to store the result in this particular cell. So what I have to do, I have to take the reference of this one and multiply that reference with 3. Multiply that reference with 3 so as to get 72 here. Okay, so simply this cell value I want to multiply 3 times. Whatever value you want to put, you put over here, this cell has to give 3 times of that one. 3 times of that one. So I have to take the reference of this cell over here. So how I will do that? Just see here. Okay, put equal. So you have to go to the formulae bar first. Okay, select this one, go to formulae bar. Okay, then equals to, yeah, as I said, we have to take the reference of this one. Reference, in order to take, after typing this equals to, just go to that cell and select. of which you want the reference. Now I want the reference of that C24 cell. So what I have to do, I have to go there and I have to select that cell. So see the effect when I'm selecting this cell, how the effect will change. So that name will come over here. Whatever cell name we have, that name will come over here. So yeah, maybe this 24, you will get confused. So what I'm doing, I'm taking some different value over here. I will take some 13 value, let us say. I'm taking some 13 value and I want 3 times of this 13 over here. So what I have to do, equals to take the reference of this one. See, what is this cell name? C24, that we got over here. C24 we got over here. Now, how many times you want? 3 times. So put that 3 and hit enter key. So this is one simple formula we have written. So this is one simple formula we have written. So this is the resultant cell and this is the reference cell. So the cell which is green in color, this is the reference cell. The cell which is in yellow color, which is the resultant cell. So whatever changes you do to the reference cell, those changes will affect the resultant cell. See, as we have 13 over here, now I want to change this 13 to some 2. Okay, I have entered 2. Now if you hit that enter key, your resultant cell will also get affected, because the resultant cell, it is not having its own unique value. It is having a reference value. That reference value we took from C24, that green cell. That reference value we took from green cell. Now that green cell value we are changing. That reference cell value we are changing. So ultimately your resultant cell will also get affected with this value. See over here. When I am changing 2 and hitting enter key, automatically my resultant cell will also get changed value. My resultant cell will also get changed value. Once again, so suppose if I put 6, 18 I will get 3 times. So if you want 5 times, what you have to do? Select this resultant cell and modify the formula. Select this resultant cell and modify the formula. So let us say I want 5 times now. So 5 times I kept. Hit the enter key. So 6 5 times 30. 10 5 times 50. So likewise you will get the values. Hope you understood this concept. So the cell from where we got the reference, we call it as reference cell. Okay, the cell from where we got the value, we call it as reference cell. Okay, so this is relative reference, whatever we discussed. Okay, there is one multi-sheet reference also we have. Multi-sheet reference. So suppose I'm taking another sheet. So this is my sheet 2. Over here I am taking the value like 50. I have taken the value like 50. I have to maximize this cell so that you can see the effect. I have to zoom this. Okay, so here you take this 50 for easy understanding. Inside C5 I have taken 50. So now this 50 I have in sheet 1. This 50 I have in sheet 1. I want this cell's reference inside student details cell. Inside student details cell. So what I have to do? Simply put equals to, then go to that sheet. Go to that sheet, select this value. So automatically what will happen? This value will be inserted in that student details cell. So hit the enter key. So now you can see here, whatever 50 we had over there, that same 50 we got here. So suppose if I go to sheet 1 and if I change the value here, if I put 100 over here and hit enter key, automatically in student details also that value gets changed. It will become 100. So yeah, here when you have taken the reference, you can even perform the what we call inside the resultant cell, you can even perform the operation like multiply with 5. So sheet 1 C5 we have selected and we are multiplying with 5. Hit the enter key. So we got 500. So now go to sheet 1 and make this value as 400. So 400 multiplied with 5, which is 2000. You will get 2000 like this here. So taking the reference between the sheets from one sheet to the other sheet. This is multi-sheet reference. Multi-sheet reference. There is one more important thing we left over, that is absolute reference. Relative reference we have seen. Okay, absolute reference, that also we will discuss. Okay, so finding the sum, we'll go to the yeah, hope you understood this relative reference and multi-sheet reference. Okay, see students, whenever I'm explaining some concept and if you are getting some doubts, so don't be with those doubts. Okay, simply clarify those doubts as soon as possible. Try to clarify those doubts. So in order to clarify, of course we have a mean of video comments. So whenever you are watching the video, immediately there will be a comment section under that video. So simply post your questionnaire over there. Of course, you don't have any roll number, specific roll number right now. Very soon you will get from the university. So till that point, your names will be the reference to you. Okay. So simply under your name, branch, then you post your query. Okay, sir, this particular thing I don't understood. I have not understood. So kindly give some clarity on that one. Like that, you can suggest me. Okay. So you are free to ask the doubts at any point of the video or any point of the time. Simply post it in the comment section, or you can even post me in my personal WhatsApp. I will be available over there as well. And as soon as I receive that query, I will try to solve that issue for you. Hopefully, I will try to solve the doubt for you. Hopefully. So relative reference, inside the single sheet, taking the cell value as a reference in some calculation or in some manipulation of data. So that is taking reference of cell into some other cell. And multi-sheet reference, we can take the reference of a particular what we call cell from another sheet as well into current sheet. From another sheet also we can take the reference of a cell into current sheet, that we have seen. Okay, that we discussed. So now the next thing is finding sum. Finding sum is nothing but, yes, here I will go, yeah, I will remove these things and we'll go to our regular sheet which we have created, that is the student details sheet. So let us suppose if I want to add the total here. So these totals I want here. So one way is simply select all these. Okay. So finding the sum is nothing but adding multiple cell values and getting the result into another cell value. Adding multiple cell values and getting the result in another cell, another resultant cell. So let us say here I have 34 and I have 65. Two cells I have here. The first cell value is 34 and the second cell value is 65. So this is my first cell. I'm taking with green. Second cell I'm taking with green, and the resultant cell I'm taking in red. Okay, I want the result over here. The sum of these two I want here. So whenever I change this or this, it should affect this also. Whenever I change this C11 or E11, it should affect my D13 as well. So always D13 should have the sum of these two. So whenever I am performing such calculation, I have to take the reference of this cell as well as this cell. The reference of this cell plus the reference of this cell. Finally, the sum will come over here. Okay, so how should I do? This cell equals to, okay, equals to, then put this first cell C11, add it with E11. So here you can see the formulae equals to C11 plus E11. Where we are keeping this formulae into the resultant cell. Always you remember, where we have to write the formulae into the resultant cell only we have to write the formulae. Okay, these two are my reference cells and this is my resultant cell. So here I am finding the sum of this and this. So hit the enter key. So as you can see, 34 plus 65, it is 99. So let us say if I am changing here, I am making it as 1. So 34 plus 1, 35. Okay, automatically, dynamically the values are changing over here. Here if I put 1, 1 plus 1, 2 only. Like this. If I put 10, and okay, ultimately it will affect my resultant cell as well. So I will get 11 over here. So like this. So in this way, you can change In this way, you can change, you can have the relations between the reference cells and the resultant cells. So here I want to find out the sum of these three cells, and I want to store the result in this total. I want to store the result into this total. So what are my reference cells in that case? This D2, E2, F2 are my reference cells. I want the result over here. So to do that, okay, one way I can add individually. One way is I can add these three cells individually. That is, simply put equals to this D2 plus E2 plus F2. Like this I can do. So 158. Like this I can do. So that is one way. So suppose if you have 3 or 4 cells, calculating the sum like this, it is a good option. But suppose in case if you have some 100 cells, so like this. So here, if I want the sum of all these subject 1 marks in this cell, how many subjects I have? 5 subjects I have. So one way, again, I have to put this D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6. Like that I have to write a lengthy formula. Or I can also go with the range. So if you are applying the range, then we have to go for a function. Okay, a function, basically a module, a piece of code which will perform a specific task. A function, it is a predefined thing. A function is a predefined thing, a piece of code basically. So what is a function? Here I am writing function is a predefined piece of code which will perform a specified task. So this thing you have to remember. What is a function? It is a predefined thing, and in our consideration it will perform a specific task. So let us say when I am calculating the sum of all these subject marks, all these subject 1 marks, so what I have to do, I have to use, because one way is I can do like this, equals to D2 plus D3 plus D4 D5 plus D4 plus D6. Like this I can do. It will give the sum of all these numbers. But writing this lengthy formula, it will increase as the cell count increase, isn't it? As the cell count increase, this formula will also increase. So for that, what we have means, simply remove this, and we have a predefined function in order to calculate the sum of all these numbers, and that predefined function is your sum function. So that I am taking as an example. So what function? Sum function. So you have to take like this, and in between these two curly brackets, in between these two braces, this is opening brace, this is closing brace, we call it as parenthesis in our programming language. Okay, so when you see this parenthesis, what you have to do, you have to specify the range of these cells. The range is what? The range of these cells is what? This cell is starting, this column, whatever values we have, they are uniquely stored. They are stored adjacent to one another, and they can be identified like this. So the starting range is D2, because from D2 they are starting. The starting range is D2, and the end range is D6. Okay, so like this we have to take the range where the values are starting and where the values are ending. Generally in Excel, all the related values we store inside a single column or inside a single row. Okay, inside a single column or inside a single row. So that type of calculation, it will become easy if all the stuff is stored inside a single column. So all these subject 1 marks we are storing inside a single column. So if you want to have if you want to have the sum of these things, how we can simply write the formula. So whenever you are writing the formula, start with equals to, then my function name is sum. Sum is my function name. Open the parenthesis, and put the range from where to where you want to sum, from D2 to D6, isn't it? D2 to D6 we want to find the sum. So close this and hit the enter key. Okay, so same value you got, 266 value you got. So this is another way. So this formula you have to habituate, writing this formula you have to habituate yourself. So where the range is starting at D2 and where the range is ending at D6. So that range we kept inside the sum function, inside the sum function, and that function, that sum function, what it is doing, it is simply adding, all the values between that range, including D2 as well as D6. You have to remember this, including D2 as well as D6. Okay, so it is simply calculating the sum and showing that sum into your resultant cell. So we considered this D7 as our resultant cell, and all these D2 to D6 are my reference cells. D2 to D6 are my reference cells, and that reference cells I have not specified individually, rather I have taken the range. So using the range, I'm displaying, I'm showing this sum. So in this way you can calculate the sum of all the values present inside a column. Okay, so this is one thing. So I have shown different ways. Equals to individual values, put the individual column, individual cell references. Between those individual cell references, put the what we call summation, that I will write over here. In how many different ways we have calculated the sum, that I will put over here. Okay. So simply what we said. So here I am writing that one. See. So we have to put equals to, and like individually, that our column range I am taking here. Our column range I set from D6 to D2 to D6. D2 to D6. Okay. So how I can calculate? One way is D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6. Like this I can calculate sum. Or I can use the formula. Sum of what? Put the range. D2 to D6. Like this. Put the range. Or there is another way of calculating the sum. So yeah, remove this one. So as you want the result in this resultant, what we call a resultant cell. So of D2 to D6, isn't it? D2 to D6. So what we are doing, select all these cells, and here we have auto sum feature, auto sum icon. So what it will do, it will simply add all those. So like this. So this is using, how we have done, using auto sum. So here, this is how we think, how we can do, equals to sum of E2 because here this is E column, so I have to write E2 to E6. So that difference you have to understand, E2 to E6. Simply put that one. Okay, hit enter. So 240. This column count is 240. Here we applied sum. Here we applied this auto sum. Okay, here individual sum. Individually, how we can? Equals to this cell plus this cell plus this cell plus this one plus this one. Hit enter. So like this. In this way you can apply. Different summation options. We discussed in 3 different ways. One is using auto sum. This one, it is very easy. Simply select whatever values you want to sum and click on this. So like this, we will see whether it will work or not. Yes, it is working. See, here I am selecting row-wise values. Here I am selecting row-wise values and I am clicking on auto sum. So it is displaying the auto sum over here. So like this, you can calculate the auto sum. Or else you can put all the individual cells, individual references of that cells, of those cells, and put the plus symbol in between. So as to get this sum. So this is another way. Okay, so in this way we can find the sum of different what we call cells in your MS Excel, Microsoft Excel. Finding the average. Average is what? Total number of sum of all elements divided by total number of elements. Sum of all elements divided by total number of elements, that is average. So how we can calculate the average? The first step, already we have the sum over here, isn't it? Already we have the sum over here. So I can take the reference of this cell and I can put the average over here. I can put the average over here. So to calculate the average, sum of all the elements and count of all the elements. Count of all the elements. So what is the sum of all these elements? How many elements I have? 6 elements. That is count of elements. So what is sum of all elements? That is 266. So that 266 I am taking from this cell, because this cell, this D7 is having the result, isn't it? D7 is having the result. So by making use of the reference of that particular cell, I am calculating the average over here. So that is equals to, put the equals to and take the reference of this cell. How we can? Simply by clicking on that. By clicking on that, you can take the reference. So click on that, then divide with 6. Divide with 6. So this is your average. Okay. At an average, 44.333 we are getting. 44.333 we are getting. Hopefully you understood. So this is how we can calculate the average. And here also, in order to calculate, here how many values? 6 values. So here also, in order to calculate this reference, you have to take and divide with 6. So how come? Equals to this reference divided by 6. So you will get the average. Average is 40 here. 240 divided by 6, 40 only. So in this way you can get the average. Okay. Here I want the average. Here in subject 1, 35, 45, 78, total is 158, and I want the average. Average, how can we? Equals to, take this cell, divide with 3, because we have only 3 subjects. So 52.767 is the average. So like whatever formulae you applied over here, no need to apply that same formulae once again here also. So simply you can drag. So here put this, make this cell as active cell, because you have calculated the average already. So now what I have to do? Simply, okay, pull over your cursor until it becomes this plus symbol. So once it is plus symbol, drag it. So automatically it is applying the same formula here also, you can see. G3 by 3. Here it was G2 by 3. Now it is G3 by 3. So same thing if you want to apply here. Yeah, here also it will get applied, because you don't have any value here. It is showing 0. So here you find the sum first. Here you find the sum. This value will change automatically. You see, I'm selecting this 3. Now I'm applying auto sum. Where is my auto sum? Here auto sum. So what it will do? What this auto sum will do? It will add all these and put the result here. So once the result here, as this particular cell, this G4 is reference to this average, so automatically the average will also be calculated and it will be inserted automatically. You see, I have selected these 3 and I'm applying the auto sum, and which are automatically giving you the average as well. Which is automatically giving you the average as well. So if you remove this one, this will become 0. If you remove this one, this will become 0. If you remove this one, this will also become 0, because nothing is there. And that nothing you are dividing with 3. That nothing divided by 3 will give you 0 only. Isn't it? Because G3 divided by 3 you are saying. So in G3 what we have? We have nothing. Divided by 3 you will get 0. So here also same thing. In G4 we don't have anything, and you are saying G4 divided by 3, so you are getting 0. So now what I will do? I will calculate the sum of these 3 by using auto sum. Yeah, you will get 55. And here also calculate the average of, you will get 36.667, like this. Again, here also, in order to apply the same formula, just drag it. You will get the resultant value, 67, like this. So in this way, you can calculate the totals, you can calculate the averages. So finding the average, okay, G4 by 3 is one way. G4 by 3 is one way, or else, so let us say, this totals we have here. This totals we have here, and you want the average of all these totals. You want the average of all these totals. So yeah, here one more subject value. So I mean we have now. So like this, you take, find the sum, and here to find the average, go here and drag it. So this is the average. So if you want to find the average of these totals, highlight this box with some color. I'm taking it as some green color. So here what I want the average of all these totals, but I don't want to apply this formula G3 by 3, okay, G3 by G4 by 3 likewise. I don't want sum and total. I don't want to apply the mathematical formula, but rather I want to go with function. So to find the average, we have a function with name. Average. Full name you have to write. Average. Full name you have to write. This will give the average of all the range. Here also again you have to supply the range. So here my range is from G2 to, this box is G2. As you can see, when I'm keeping my cell, when I'm keeping my cursor over here, my active cell, it is showing G2. So this cell name is G2 and this cell name is G6. So what G6, as you can see. So whatever cells I have in between G2 to G6, and I want the average of G2 to G6. So what I have to do, go to the formula box, equals to average of, from where to where? From this G2 to, okay, G2 to this thing. What is that? G6. Close this, hit enter. So now you can see. This is your average of averages. This is your average of averages. This you remove. This is your average of average of all the totals. This is your average of all the totals. So like using the formula you can do, and using individually you can do. So that I will summarize over here. So this is for finding the sum, and for finding the averages. What we have to do, okay, take one box. Either you can go with your regular formula, that is, what is that? Average equals to sum of the entities divide with number of entities. This formula you can apply, or you can also go with let us suppose if you have that same range, D2 to D6, if you have D2 to D6 you have. So how you can go? Equals to, okay, take all the sum, that is D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6, and how many total? How many count of elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So divide with 5. Like this you can do, or average function you can apply. Average of, specify the range, D2 of D6. Like this you can. D2 of D6. The range you can apply. Okay, one way is add all the elements, divide with number of elements. So that is one way. And the second way, applying the average formula. Applying the average function. So whenever we are applying function, be specific to the range. Individually also you can give, but it will not give any meaning. Okay, it will not give any meaning. So be specific to the range. So average between the values from D2 to D6 we are finding. So average of D2 to D6, like that you can put. Hope you understood how we are naming individual cells, how we are taking the ranges, and how we are applying the functions. It is very, very, very important. Okay, in further upcoming concepts, repeatedly we are going to use these stuff. Finding the average, finding the sum, okay, applying percentage, all these things will calculate very soon. Okay, so after this, yeah, we have done some calculations over here. Now you go to employee payroll. Employee payroll. So here I am adding one column, insert. So whatever TA, DA and HRA, traveling allowance, direct allowance, and house rent allowance, how they will give means based on the percentage on the salary. Based on the percentage on the salary they will give. Based on the percentage on the salary they will give. So here what I am taking is, I'm applying TA as 10%, sorry, 5%. Okay, DA as 25%, sorry, take 25% DA direct allowance, and HRA, that is house rent allowance, I'm applying like 5% only. So like this I'm applying. Okay, so what is percent it will accept? Yes, it is accepting. So 5% of here I have to change, I think. Again it is giving that, so simply delete that and put 5 only. Percentage automatically it is taking. Yeah, it got affected. Okay, now. Okay, now. So here you put some 5. I think it will take percentage only now. Okay, this formatting we have to do from format cell, not percentage but not general. Okay, now it will not take. Okay, 5. So like this, TA, this is in terms of percentage we are giving, DA in terms of percentage we are giving, HRA also in terms of percentage, that is 5%, 25% and 5%. Okay, so whatever basic pay we have, on that basic pay we are giving 5% of TA. 5% of TA. I know you people are mathematically good enough to understand all these things. So just how we are doing that calculation in a spreadsheet, that we have to know. Okay. So to 5% of 12,000, how much it will be? So simply, yeah, this reference value multiplied with 5 divide with 100 we have to do. Divide with 100 we have to do. So this reference we have to lock it in our formulae calculation. The reason I will tell you, the reason I will show you. So quickly we'll do only this percentage calculation, and rest of the things we'll see in our next class hopefully. Okay, rest of the things we'll see in our next class. So here, in order to calculate the percentage, 5% of 12,000, that is TA for this Albert, okay, employee ID 12340, how we can do? Equals to, take the reference of this one, and multiply with this value, okay, divide with 100, isn't it? So this will give you the TA value, that is 600 is the TA value for this Albert. Okay, 600 is the TA value for this Albert. So whatever corrections I'm doing, whatever formattings I'm applying, you have to focus. Okay, so this thing you can make it bold simply by clicking on this B. Okay, this is bold now. So 6,000. So now this is the formula, D3, which is this one, and then multiplied with E2, which is this one, and divide with 100. So when you come over here, what formula you have to apply? Here at this place. Yeah, that I'm writing over here. At this place, I will highlight this one. At this place, what formula we have to apply? So here you see that formula. Here for this, I'm not copying equals to, because if you copy equals to, that will give the, that will make escape. That will control V. So this formula we have applied for this 600. D3, which is this one. D3, which is this one. Then E2, which is this one. Divide with 100. Like that we have done. So when you apply the same formula over here, what we have to do? Equals to don't put, we'll put it afterwards, because if you put that equal to, it will apply it, the whatever you are writing, it will get applied like a formula, isn't it? So that I don't want. First I want to show you what I am writing, then I want to apply it. So first I will write it, then I will apply the equals to, so that the formula will get applied. Okay, so first what I have to do, I have to take this D4, so that I am taking D4. Okay, then multiply the D4 with what? With this thing, isn't it? With E2 only. With E2 only we are multiplying. E2 divide with 100. So this formula I have to apply at this location. So this formula I have to apply at this location. But one way is directly you can write the formula. So simply what I have to do, come over here and go to front and put equal and hit enter. So the formula get applied now. So what formula get applied? You can see over here, D4 multiplied with E2 divide with 100. So like this. So yeah, individually you can write these formulas in every cell. So this value you remember, which is the 5% of this 13985 is 699.25 that I am writing over here. So I will give this same green color here also. So this value I am writing here. So individually you can apply the average formulas. Oh, sorry, this TA calculation, percentage calculation formulas on all the cells. So right now we are doing this percentage. Okay, this count A will do tomorrow. Count A will do tomorrow. Right now we are doing this percentage. So individually you can apply on all the cells. That we don't want, isn't it? That we don't want. Excel means apply the formula once, sorry, write the formula once and apply on all the cells. And apply on all the cells by using that drag and drop feature. So I'm removing this. Can I apply from here to here? See what will happen. Yes, like this if you do, we are getting some different value. It is applying but not as we want. It is applying but not as we want. The reason it is, yeah, here we have D3 E2. D3 E2, reference of D3 and reference of E2 cell. Reference of D3 cell and reference of E2 cell. But when you are coming to here, it is incrementing D3 as D4 because we have to come from here to here, isn't it? That is good, that is okay. But when we are looking at this E3, okay, this E3, how much it is? It is 600. So on that value, 600 percentage it is calculating. 600 times it is calculating. 600 percentage, yani 6 times it is calculating. So that we don't want. We don't want this E3 here. So this D3 as D4 we want, but this E2 we want like fixed. We want this value, this E2 value fixed. In my formula, I want that E2 value fixed. D3, it has to go D4 here, D5 here, D6 here, D6, D7 here. Likewise, I want. But E2, as it is 5% fixed for all the employees, I want to fix that value. So for that sake, what we have to do, we have to lock the reference of that particular cell. Lock the reference of that particular cell. So to do that, simply go to that E2 and press F4 in your keyboard. Press F4 in your keyboard. So how it is changed? Simply it applied $2. $1 before E, before the column reference, and $1 before the row reference. So now what will happen? This will be fixed. This entire thing will be fixed. So now hit the enter key. So now as you can see, D3 multiplied with $E, $2. So nothing is there. Simply if you remove this dollars, it will become a normal formula. It will become a normal formula. So to make, because I don't want this E2, because if you drag it, see here, as I'm dragging, it is going exponentially, it is changing. Here E2 we got, here E3 we got, here E4 we got, here E5 we got, here E6 we got. Likewise, the values got changed. That we don't want. In every column, in every calculation of percentage, I want that 5% only. I don't want, because if when you are coming here, the value is becoming E3. E3 means how much? 600. When you are coming here, the value is becoming E4. E4 means how much? 83,910. That we don't want. We want 5% here, 5% here, 5% here, 5% here. Like that we want. So in all cases, I want that 5 value, fixed value. So even if I drag the formula, that should not change. That E2 should not change. Only the D3, it has to become D4, D5, D6, D7, like that. That E2, it has to be constant. So to make that as a constant, to make that as a fixed, we have to lock it. So simply press F4 to lock that one. Hit the enter key. So now it got locked. As you can see, it got locked. So now if you drag it, we'll get the accurate value. So here also you can see it is E2 only. Here also E2 only. Here also E2 only. Here also E2 only. Only the D reference is changing. Only the D column reference is changing. But E column reference, this 5%, it is remaining unchanged. It is remaining unchanged. Simply, if you want to give 10% to your employees, so go here and make it as 10. It will affect all the what we call values. Automatically, it will reflect all the values. Hope you understood. So here also, once again, here also if you want to do, here it will take same. Here E2 only it is taking. E3 we got, so it is calculating on this one, not we have to calculate on D3 only. So this you remove. Here you write the formula once again, equals to this multiplied with this reference, and we have to log this reference as well. So come over here, not like this, yeah, log this reference, come over here and hit the function key F4 so that it will get locked, then divide with 100. So now the percentage is 25, so you will get 3000. So simply drag it, you will get the values. Here also F2, 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 F2. Like this we have calculated all the TA percentages, DA percentages for these basic pays. So here also do the same. Write the formula equals to on basic pay, that is D3, multiplied with HRA, this one, and lock this one, F4, divide with 100. Divide with 100. Hit enter. So this is, we got, drag it, like this you will get all the values. Okay. G2, 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 G2 in all. Locked references we are getting in all the cells. So now gross pay, how we can select this, basic pay plus TA plus DA plus HRA. Gross pay, the formula is very simple. GP, we call it as GP, gross pay, that is basic pay plus TA plus DA, whatever you have, whatever additional allowances you have to put all those. TA, DA plus HRA, house rent allowance. So like this formula you have to apply. So this is my gross pay GP, so I have to add BP, TA, DA, HRA. So auto sum. So this will be the gross pay. This will be the gross pay. Drag it to get the gross pay, like this. Hope you understood these things. So that counting the columns we'll see in our next class, hopefully. Okay, it is already like near to 1 hour, so we should not exceed 1 hour. So till this point, I hope you do practice, prepare yourself. In tomorrow's class, hopefully, or with this class only, we are going to have a session, question and answer session, and that question and answer session will be your attendance itself. Tomorrow I am going to post one Google form. Simply you have to open that Google form and you have to post your attendance by answering the questionnaire, that what I am going to ask under it. So I'm not going to put any what we call out of the box or out of the syllabus stuff. Whatever we discussed in this classroom, whatever we discussed over here, from that only I am going to ask some questions. You simply have to answer and you have to post that on my Google form. Hopefully you will do it. Okay, till that time, all the best. Thank you very much, students.